Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Cliff and it's under my command. Yes, it's under my 4Q2 accounts.
Your assistance has been requested.
Now there's a very inconsiderate player on this game and you're looking at him just a short distance away. Yes, that M44 GP1. Very inconsiderate, and you'll see why later on during the game. Now you can see at the start of this game I didn't pull very far away from the spawn point. I decided to stay up on the main area and just sit behind the bush and then shoot from here. Now that did have its drawbacks during this game, but as you can see I've got good sights on the road going up to the top of the hill and I'm waiting for my first enemy to arrive. I don't think it's going to be long. Here he comes. It's an A46. Rounds out. Bit late, but 135 hit points of damage. Oh, he ran into the rock there and took some more damage. Okay, he's going up to the top of the hill. I'm loaded, but he stops momentarily, so I time a shot for when I think he's going to be around about there. Okay, I've got no more sign on him, so not a lot I can do for the moment except wait for him to appear or find another target. No sign. Okay, it's a 155mm howitzer mounted in a Walker Bulldog hull in a swivel bracket, which means you've got a wide arc of fire 30 degrees either side of the centre point. As you can see, I'm now aiming towards the western pass. Now there's a bunch of enemy tanks seen behind there. And it looks like I'm not the only one firing in that direction. One of the M44s, and I think that's the M44 that is the inconsiderate person, was firing in that direction as well. There's the A46. Rounds out. Oh, unfortunately there, it nearly hit my teammate, but the A46 has gone down. Okay, going back to that corner, we've got an ONI there, an IS, and the T-3485 has just dashed across the gap. And now we've got an IS there as well. My shell splashes him for 97. We've got an OI coming up as well. So it could be quite interesting because there's a lot of heavy tanks to fire at. Almost ready to shoot. Lined him up. Rounds out. Hits the target. And that wreck is moving, so somebody is behind it. The T-3485 gets killed. And now we've got an IS going up to try and kill our T-3485. Rounds out. Direct hit for 199. And yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about this being a dangerous position. I got spotted, or at least the enemy worked out where, or saw my tracer, and they fired one at me, and well, I got hit by the AMX 13F3 for 276. So I've relocated. Okay, aiming towards that corner. There's an ONI round there. There's that IS. Rounds out. And it's a kill. I'm going to back up a bit because I don't. If they are checking for a tracer, they might have seen that one after I moved. But if we don't get any hits or any near explosions, then we know that they're not looking. P43 Biz. Tier 6 Italian medium. 231. I think he's actually... well, I don't think he was paying attention because his turret was turning slowly, but he's still basically there. Almost that, as if he's acting like a bot. Rounds out. And now he's a dead bot. Well, being a bot is part of the inconsiderate person. That's what he actually calls me. 2 kills I've got already. Still trying to get more. There goes the OI, taken out by the inconsiderate idiot. And I'm calling him an absolute idiot because, well, you'll see why at the end of this game. It's one of 2 replays. There's the ONI. get a hit on him. I lose sight of him. I've got a couple of columns in front of me. I didn't realise that at the time, but they're actually obstructing the field of fire on, yeah, it's those columns there. And they're making it difficult for me to hit the Oni. Okay, so I've gone back to aim. There's the Oni. Gun swivels round. I fire around and it hits the Oni for 55. But I'm still having problems with those columns, as you can see. Looks like the other M44, that's the inconsiderate person. Tried to escape a little too late. Yeah, as you can see, one of my shells hit one of the columns and knocked it down. And that M44 is about to die. Because an IS-2 is moving in on him. I can't get a shot on that IS-2. There's the M44, and there you go, the IS-2's killed him. And this is where he gets starting getting salty. At the moment, we're one down on the enemy, E25. Dialing in and waiting for the load to complete. The Oni's been taken out. I get 167 off the E25. The IS-2's still moving. We're now 9 all. Now we're 1 up on the enemy. There's the E25. He's making a quick rush over to find the Arty, because of course he knows there's one Arty left on our team, me, but he doesn't know where I am. And the AT-15A was trying to get into position so he could get a shot on the guy. He can't climb up the cliff there, but the AT-15A can come down on top of him if he's not careful. Here he comes, and my shell hits one of the columns, but the Super Hellcat ram kills the 25 and takes him out of the game. So it's now 5 tanks versus 4, and I'm going to change position. It looks like we've got the advantage here. Well, that's what I thought. Now you can see at the back of my vehicle I've got the M signal, because yes, on this account I have got an ace tanker in this vehicle, as well as a high caliber and a Gauze and Brothers in Arms. So I'm going to sit myself in this little spot here, which is fairly good, and I'm now looking for enemy tracer in the other end. Now I'm going to take a few snapshots. I think that little black square to the left is actually the AMX-13F3. So I'm guessing where the enemy might be now. I've tried a shot into that corner. I'm going to try a shot into here now. Still got plenty of ammo. 15-second reload. Rounds out. Nope, nobody there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is expend a lot of ammo on the sniper's nest, because I think there's the TT up there. The Super Hellcat on our team's moving around that corner. There's the first round in. I'm pretty certain there's a TD up there, but obviously my teammates will confirm this as soon as they get spotted or shot at. Most of the team are actually making their way down the western pass. That shell fell short, hit the rock face instead. I'm marking on the map where I'm firing so that Super Hellcat knows that's where I'm aiming. I'll fire one more round onto that spot. You can see shells from him headed that direction. So I'm guessing that he might be in those trees there, because normally people will knock the trees down to actually provide them with cover. Rounds out. No, nobody there. So he must be moving around up here. The Super Hellcat's on the move. I can't see any tracer from the enemy tanks. And it's at that point I suddenly see that the enemy Arty, the AMX-13F3, wasn't destroyed. He was actually very, very close. In fact, he was right up on the path going up to the top of the hill. Rounds out. That must have landed next to him. I'm pretty sure that did. I can't see him though. Okay, we've got a T-28 HTC defending their cap area. There's only 3 enemies left. The T-78, the T-28 HTC, and that AMX-13F3. That shell lands near to him. Unfortunately, we just lost our Jackson killed by the T-78, and that I think that's the T-28 HTC just knocked that tree over, pulling back. The Super Hellcat got killed by the T-78 who was up in this corner. So I'm firing one round in. No, I'm not sure if he's still there anymore, but I know the AMX-13F3 is fairly near to me. If you look at the chat, you'll see that there is quite a salty discussion going on. It has been for a while. Okay, T-78 going after my AT-15A. Line him up. Okay, get this right first time. Yes! Right up his rear, but unfortunately the AT-15A gets killed by the 105mm gun from the T-28. And that means now it's me versus two enemy. The AMX-13F3 AM. And there he is, he's right up on top of the hill. I auto-aim onto him. Just dial in a little. He fires at me, but I hit him for 149. A near miss on me would have finished me off because I've only got 39 hit points. Now I reckoned if I went up here, the T-28 HTC would get a clean shot at me, and I didn't really want to give him a shot. So I just followed up a little, and I thought, where's he going to go after this? Now I'm thinking on my wits here at this moment. Can't go around the corner because the T-28 might have a clean shot. So I turn around and think, well, where would I go? I would double back around the hill and come back from the other direction. So I think that's where I'm going to go. I'm expecting the AMX-13F3 to be around this way, and even if it's not, I can probably creep up on the enemy and try and get shots on them. Okay, I need to get low over the edge. This is fine. Go around the perimeter. If he is up high, I would have spotted. There he is. Locked on. Shotgun. Yeah, very satisfying, that one. Didn't expect that, did you? No. Now, the question is, where is the T-28 HTC? Has he made a run to our cap? And if he does, I might have to go all the way back to my own cap, try and get resets in sight of a 105mm gun, which I won't be too happy about, but it might be necessary. Meanwhile, I'm still being called a bot. The other one's saying, don't go Arty, typical moron. He's aiming at you. And the other guy's saying, shut up, retard. And he's saying go to garage. Now the thing is, if I go down, there's a fairly good chance he will shoot me, and I think he's waiting in ambush. All I can do is sit here on this bush and take aim at the enemy, most likely hiding places that I would expect him to be. Well, I know he was last seen there. He could be in that bush. Nope. He might be in that bush. So I'll give it a shot. Well, how about that one? Nope. Remember, it's the 2-minute warning has already sounded. I'm going to have a go in that corner and behind those bushes. Yes, the GP1 M44 is being very salty, and he calls me a bot and everything. Okay, I reckon I've only got 2 shells left. I might need those if I have to get a reset. 1 minute left. All I can do is go back to my own cap area and, if necessary, try and get an ambush on the guy if he turns up there. But there's no point in me going down into the enemy cap area, because if he's waiting for me, he'll kill me very, very quickly. So about the only thing I can do is get far enough away so he can't see me, and then turn back towards my own cap. I had the feeling that that's what he might be doing. And he's still insulting me, the other guy in the M44. Okay, he's checking all around as I'm on the move. 3 seconds to go. 2. I'm not even going to get back to look at my own cap. So it's game over. It is a draw. But you could see there was an awful lot of very salty chat during that battle. But let's have a look at the second battle. And the second battle is on Murovanka. And again, it's still me in the M44.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, well, first job, knock down the camp. I didn't actually go over to knock out the house and ran into the super Pershing right at the start. I had a feeling at the start of this battle, the fact that it was all so one-sided, very few people were going to the Magic Forest. So that sort of like said to me straight away, if nobody's going to go to the Magic Forest, you know how this one's going to end. It's going to end with everybody being compressed into this area of the map. And that changed where I actually decided to go straight off. I decided it wasn't a good idea to go to the usual position, better to go here and get shots on the enemy as if we're expecting them to turn up from the east, coming from the Magic Forest. Okay, my first target's a T-29. Rounds out. Well, that one hit his turret. Part of my mission in this game was to hit as many enemies as I could. Obviously trying to do the Christmas loot boxes missions. And this one I had to hit as many enemy, 25 enemy within, well, I had about 30 minutes to damage 25 enemies. So I'm selecting different targets or prioritizing them depending on how well they are. That T-78 moved back just in time. I would have had a kill on him. Okay, he's gone out of sight. And now we've got a T-32. Rounds out. Yep, nice hit. KV-1S next. Not loaded, but almost. 15-second reload. Rounds out. Yep, nice hit on that one. 257. And oh, he dies just as my round goes out, so unfortunately wasted a shell. Okay, that T-78's popped up again. Well, he's very mobile. He moves out the way before the shells arrive. At the moment, we're only one tank down. I fired at the same spot when we last saw him, and the shell went to the right. Okay, we've got a T-29 now again. Very low on hit points. And the kill goes to the GW Panther. I'm looking around for another target at the moment, and I've found a whole bunch of them over here. AMX 1357 and in Nudes. Rounds out. Lands short again. My RNG has been pretty poor over the past few days. Shells not been going where I want them to, so I'm going to knock this building down with a large HE round. There you go. So he's got nowhere to hide. Okay, we've got a budgie. Not a budgie Rigar, but the budgie tank. Rounds out. Ooh, close, but no cigar. Just stun. And we know enemy are there, but the trees are going down, but we can't see them because our guys are just too far away. And you can see we're already being compressed into the southwest corner of the map. Not good. If you ever see such a disjointed deployment, it's probably that they're going to lose the game because they've all decided to lemming train. There's 14-5. Takes a hit. All you can do under those circumstances as Arty is either try and support them as much as you can on the side they've gone to, but you have to position yourself so that you can defend yourself if the enemy is going to take the other side of the map. Okay, AMX 1357 unloading all his shells. Nope. Lost sight of the Type 59 and the budgie. We see a Dicamax trying to make his way forward. Rounds out. I get a bit of splash. Stuns him, slows him down. And then he gets killed. The budgie's taken up residence behind that building. AMX 1357 coming to sight again. Trying to... Oh, I thought he was going to go in that direction, but he turned round and he's coming back. Panzer IV. Well, he just took an Arty round from the GW. I think it was the GW. Again, it falls short. I'm not getting very good luck. Okay, Type 59's in sight. Not fully loaded yet. Rounds out. That's better. 231. Okay, he's tracked. He's not moving. Here we go. Rounds out. Oh! He repaired his tracks just as I fired. We're 2 tanks down on the enemy now. It's not looking good. I fire another round in that direction just in case he was still there. Looking around for a new target. Type 59 comes into sight. Oh, he's trying to retreat.
That was close.
Yeah, snapshot. Wasn't good. Wasn't fully dialed in. I'm pretty sure he's going to die very soon though. Rounds out. Nope. I think he came forward just as I fired. That T-78's making circuits now. He came down. Trying to work out where he might have gone. Oh! 1357. Got a Panzer IV behind that building. There's only 5 of us left, and then the M12 worked out where I was. Only 2 hit points on the splash, but it forced me to relocate just in case he knew where I was and just didn't get very good RNG as well. So I've relocated and now there's only 3 of us left and we're all Arty. That shot was absolutely dreadful. I've locked onto the AMX 1357, but I've been seen and I'm being hit by that guy. All I can do is chase after him. Oh, and he gets taken out by the GW Panther. I'm the last one alive. And... Yep. Not a lot I could do, unfortunately, because they just compressed us into a corner. And that was it. So, from a draw to a defeat, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. In the first battle, yes, it was only a 3rd class tanker, a fighter badge and a bruiser medal and a win 8 of 4,834. So fairly high win 8, but no medals, I'm afraid, only 3rd class. But a bit uncalled for to call me a bot. If we look at the team score, we can see that I did get the highest damage on my team, but the highest damage overall went to the T-78. He got a high caliber for 2,449. But that didn't stop me putting a round right up his posterior and ending his game. Then came the IS on the enemy team with 2,147. And then it was me with 2,066. And we were the only 3 players who managed to get over 2,000 hit points in total. As you can see, the bot, or rather the inconsiderate person I'll call him, GP1, got 1,709 hit points. I think he's got about 4 times as many games as I've got, about the same rating, and also about the same win rate. But when it came to kills in that game, I also got the highest number of kills on my team, but the T78 managed to get 5 kills. I got 4. And there's the inconsiderate person. He only got 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, well, because it was a draw, the T78 did better with 673. Then I got 615. And then it was the Oni on the enemy team with 531. And the inconsiderate player managed to get 447. But that put him in 6th place behind other people. So, yes, a very inconsiderate person. I fired 34 rounds in this game, got 10 direct hits and 1 penetration, 22 splash, damage of 2,066 hit points, of which 1,881 were at more than 300 meters. So I did some close range shots on, of course, that AMX13 F3. I did receive a hit, and I also one hit by way of splash. The hit that actually hit me was the AMX13 F3. He got me earlier in the game. That was the big hit that he managed to get on me, but he couldn't see me after that. And of course, then when I spotted him, I didn't fire at him straight away because obviously I needed to get that T78, but then I did target him immediately afterwards. I earned 34,659 credits for the game, got 17,330 from personal reserves and 22,833 from holiday ops. So a whopping great 74,822 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply, I took away a profit of 55,759 credits. I earned 922 XP, got 461 from personal reserves and took away 1,383 altogether. I think the thing is that some players sometimes, if they see somebody not doing what they want them to do, they can be generally very insulting. And I have the feeling that GP1 wanted me to actually drive down into enemy territory, in which case I would have been shot and killed. It actually was far better for me to try and ambush the enemy, or at least to take shots at him after he actually moved to my cap area, because then I could control the battle. He would have to look for me, and all I needed to do was go up to the bush, spot where he was, and then pull back, use the bush mechanic and take shots at him, and that would have been far better. But if I'd gone down into that cap area to try and cap out, I'm certain he was down there. I was absolutely certain he was down there. There was no way I was going to survive, so there was just really no point. You can see this GP1, the one who parked himself in the western corridor and in the A row, I should say, well, not the A row, the one column, had to leave there when, of course, the enemy heavy tanks made their way straight towards him. And I think that part of the reason why he was upset was because he got killed by the enemy heavy tanks. But there was not a lot we could do, and it was only really myself and the AT-15A who were trying to prevent those heavy tanks getting to the cap as well. But he was a very inconsiderate player. Now, I didn't check to make sure that is his real identity. Yes, it is. That is his real identity. You can see 28,619 battles, a rating of 6247, which is actually quite high, but his win rate is about the same as mine with 1389, and his win rate 52%. It's about the same, but it's just very silly of him to actually take the attitude that he did. Anyway, we go forward. We can see the second battle, the one on Murovanka that we lost. I actually got a third-class tanker and my second mark of excellence in the M44. I also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 6, and I got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in my team. Win rate was quite low, 1528, but the reason for that obviously was down to the fact that the team lemming trained up one side of the map. If they'd actually done it the normal way, and some of them gone to the Magic Forest, I would have been able to hit the tanks over there and then focus on the heavy tanks after they managed to break their way through. In this one, you can see that I only got 1,178 hit points of damage. The high scorers were the M12 on our team with 2,228 but no high caliber, and 2,194 to the AMX 1357, who got a patrol duty and scout as well. When it came to kills, it was shared between the GW Panther and the AMX 1357 and the Striv S1. They all got 3 kills each, and in fact I was one of the kills for the Striv S1. I didn't get any kills at all, but there wasn't a chance to actually get any kills really. When it came to XP, it was the AMX 1357 did the best with 1618, 784 to the T78, 656 goes to the T29, and I only picked up 440. 24 shots, 3 direct hits, no penetration, 15 splash, and 1178. That's not very satisfactory. 4 shots hit me during the game. Well, 3 of those were from the AMX 1357. They were 57mm rounds, so they did a small amount of damage each, but it was the round from the Striv S1 that finished me off. I did earn some credits, 47,658, and I got some XP, 1,579, so it wasn't a total loss, but it was just very disappointing that the team lemming trained up one end of the map. But at least I've got my second mark of excellence on the barrel, and I'm working on the third on this account. So I hope you enjoyed those replays, and well, please don't be inconsiderate to other people and call them noobs and bots during a game if they're trying to fight. And I could see that in my chat because I was looking at chat as I was trying to fight it and trying to think what I need to do next. And of course that I'm lucky that I actually managed to work out exactly what that MX-13F3 was up to, that it was coming around the other side, and I did pick exactly the right spot to go to as well, and sort of like met him face to face on the cliff edge. Would have been funny if I'd rammed him, but I suspect if I tried to do that, I probably would have died in the process, because obviously I had very low hit points at the time and so did he, but it was still funny all the same. So if you enjoyed those replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.